Good evening, everyone! Welcome once again to Athena Games, and it is Flight Night. It is Wednesday, the 4th of January, 2017. Happy New Year to all of you. My name is Elliot Baker, and sitting with me in the pilot seat tonight, actually, for a change, is Andrew Hedgehoff Castley. Hello, Hedge.
Good afternoon, good evening, and Happy New Year to you all. This is our very first game of X-Wing of 2017.
It's not only the first of the flight night of the year, it's also your first time running the overlay. I'm relinquishing the keys to you tonight, as it were.
You may regret this before the end of the evening.
I doubt that. I have every faith in you. Whether that faith will remain shaken, we'll see. Hello, PJ Broughton. Our tournament isn't tomorrow. It is actually, in fact, on this Saturday, which starts at 10:30. And it will be you and me as well as Max in the booth, won't it?
Absolutely. Three-man team, probably a good thing, considering I'll be really in the hot seat in a live tournament rather than just a casual flight night.
Yeah. Well, let's pull up the overlay and show everyone what we've got in store.
So you'll have to excuse me if I click a wrong button and everything crashes. So I'm sure Elliot will shout if that happens to be the case.
Maybe so, but here we go. So we have Richard Connelly versus Stephen Sage. If you want to pop through and let them know that we're ready to begin, I will go through the lists with our viewers. So, we have a Ray and Poe list from Stephen Sage's list, taken on Carnor Jax, Marique Steele, and Countess Briard. So, a triple ace build by Richard. Richard's usually a scum player, so I'm fascinated to see what kind of result we'll get from him with him flying an Imperial list. But we'll see.
The starting gun has been fired.
Awesome. Looking forward to seeing how this goes.
Which means we need to do something with the timer, don't we?
Yes.
I can close this?
Yeah, you can close that.
Okay. Stop.
There we go. So the timer is now up on the screen. Very good work there.
The clock is ticking.
So what we got for lists? Let's have a look here. So we have a Ray and Poe build. I love that build. It's a very out-of-the-box build as well. You can get it by basically getting Heroes of the Resistance, which you can buy.
Absolutely, yeah.
And it's a pretty standard build, really. You've got
well,
Ray.
I don't know about that.
Oh, that's true. Not standard, but it's got some unique differences. Like, you thought that Finn would be on board.
Absolutely. Ray and Finn go together like salt and pepper or cheese on toast or ham and eggs. Fair
enough. But today we have Ray with the Millennium Falcon title, which it's the Force Awakens version, so it is the slooping title.
Absolutely. It's become very, very popular these days.
Very popular. I'm glad to see that alternate titles are being used, because the old title was not bad.
Not at all.
And this just offers a different flavour, which is what I like.
Yes.
But we have Gunner on board.
Oh, now that's interesting. That gives a lot of extra ability to punch straight through, especially stacked defences.
Yeah.
Things like auto thrusters, soon TFL's multiple tokens, lots of evade tokens, and so on.
It also stacks very well with the Hotshot Co-Pilot, which is the second crew upgrade on that list.
Absolutely.
So the idea, I think what Stephen was hoping for is that Richard will spend the focus and usually evade most of the attack. He then gets an unmodified shot back at the defenders.
Yeah.
Whether that'll be the case, or we'll see.
Absolutely. Worth noting that also synergize as well, because the defender has to spend that focus token, they can't just choose to take a certain amount of damage, which is often the case. They've got to spend the focus token regardless or not, even if it means they evade everything and then get hit with the full force of the next attack.
Yep, they have to spend that. There's no option there, which that does limit Richard's options there. He does have the X7 Defenders to help him mitigate that. But back to Stephen's list, we also have Veteran Instinct to shove Ray up to 10. Not surprised there. Yep. Smuggling compartments to give an illicit slot to the ship.
Absolutely.
Glitterstim, now that's going to be the key in this game, I think. We have Carnor Jax denying the ability of the focus token, but Glitterstim will not be affected by that ability.
Yes, don't forget it is only a one shot though.
It is one shot, but one shot is all you need to take Carnor off the board.
It can indeed be, yes, absolutely. The other thing is, I think it actually synergizes very well. Ray, I've found, is very, very good, but because she can't reroll her focus tokens, focus results on the dice, she really wants focus tokens or otherwise ability to flip her focus tokens, her focus dice up onto hits or evades. So
that is true.
That could actually be a game winner for a key round here.
Yeah. We also have Poe Dameron with Black 1 title, so he can restrict target locks, which is handy.
Worth noting, it's the PS9 Poe Dameron, the new Heroes of the Resistance box.
Yep.
This is where he is the super hotshot pilot, the best starfighter pilot in the galaxy.
One hell of a pilot, I think, is the point.
Yes, absolutely.
With BB-8, so it's nice to see him actually using his actual droid for a nice change.
R5P9 is the common one. The ability to regen shields is very powerful, but in this case, he's got hyper mobility instead.
I like that. I do like how I like it when they try and keep things thematic. Although, of course, gameplay is more important than fluff, it's nice when they can somehow merge the two in a good combination.
Absolutely.
We have auto thrusters for survivability against turrets.
Absolutely.
Won't come into play much here, but you still get the range 3 conversion.
Range 3
Still
still
important
useful. Yep.
Push the limit to get the extra ability, usually off the BB-8, so you can remove the stress immediately.
Absolutely. So you reveal a green maneuver. BB-8 lets you barrel roll. You can push the limit to do a second action. Then you do a green move to clear the stress, and you still get a third action at the end of it. So Poe Dameron, as long as he does a green maneuver, he is punching out 3 actions a turn.
But even if he doesn't do that, he has prime thrusters, which allows him to still perform BB-8 even when he is stressed. So it's unusual. Usually you see pattern analyzer on Poe, although on the BB-8 Poe, I do think that prime thrusters is the better option.
I think so. We'll have to see how it goes, won't we?
Speaking of, we've got a barrel roll here from Richard, trying to keep probably at arm's length from that Falcon so it can come in for a range 1 shot next round.
Indeed.
He's keeping Carnor as far away from that thing as he can possibly.
Absolutely.
Should
we go through Richard's list?
Yeah, let's do this. So Richard's running a 3 ace build, which is unusual for him in the Imperial because he's usually a scum player, as I've stated before. We have Carnor Jax, so the denial of the focus token action and the focus action and the spendage of the token.
Absolutely, and as long as he's on the board, he is always people's number 1 primary target.
It is range 1 though, and I can't help but feel that Richard's wasting it by keeping him at arm's length at this stage.
That is a bit unusual, yes.
But I get that he's worried about the Hotshot co-pilot and the glitter stim.
I suspect he might be trying to fly past with the defenders and then hit them from behind while he's got Carnor in range 1.
That could be what he's aiming to do. He has got auto thrusters, so he will be able to avoid the Falcon's turret attack. But of course, with Rey, you kind of want to get people on arc anyway. So
absolutely, yes.
Range 3 will come into play there.
Indeed.
Marique Steele. It's nice to see the Steel himself back in a TIE Defender.
And I am a massive TIE Fighter fan. I played that many times in my youth.
Me too. I love that game.
It's great to see him on the field. Yes.
He and Riyadh, which is the other TIE Fighter, have the same upgrade. So we'll cover Marique. So Marique gets you to choose 2 crits when you do a crit to the opponent. They select 2.
Is it 2 or is it 3?
Actually, yes, it's 3. So the defender draws 3. The attacker then chooses which one goes through. Riyadh allows her to course K-turn on any straight that she desires. The 2 upgrades they have are X7 Defender. So when they got to go fast, as they say, to get their evade token, speed 3 or more.
Yep.
And Duke, which works very well with the X7. You know, they're always going to get the evade.
As long as you don't need to spend that evade token before you come to fire.
That is true, and given the fact that they are lower pilot skill in both instances, that could come into play. However, you've got to consider that with Carnor Jax on the field, it means we're going to have... If Richard can get Carnor within range 1... Even when he jukes it down with the defenders, there's no option for the Falcon to then, or Poe, to then convert it back up.
Absolutely.
Interesting point. Can Poe's ability activate because of a focus token? I know he can't do a focus action.
Yes, it can. You cannot... Well, you can't take a focus action, so if he doesn't have it, he can't do it. But he doesn't spend the token.
Yeah.
Carnor Jax specifically says, spend that token.
So if anything, this is kind of... Carnor Jax is a bad matchup for Richard this time. But here we go. We're getting into combat range here.
Absolutely. Now, so both are approaching head on.
Here comes Rey's first attack. I imagine that's going to get against Steel.
Yeah, and Rey's probably positions very nicely here, because you remember that Millennium Falcon, it gives you a left and a right, effective left and a right sloop, which means the one thing that they don't want to do is go directly forward and do a K-turn.
Yeah. Stray dice there being thrown into the ether.
So Rey taking a long-range shot.
That looks like 2 hits and maybe another hit for me.
Okay.
I think I've got an evade, spending the token there.
Ah, interesting. Yeah, notice he didn't do a focus because he knew he'd have to spend it anyway. Yes.
However, Gunner now activates because he dodged the attack.
Absolutely.
So
possibly he should have let it through.
Take the 1.
Yeah.
Especially with the 6 total damage the defenders can take in total.
Absolutely.
And that's
bang. Oh, 3 hits.
3 hits. That's going to be bad.
4 green dice. That looks
2
like...
evades.
2 evades.
So
one shield
damage,
down.
1 shield down on Marique Steele.
Marique Steele.
I'm pretty sure it's Marique Steele. Is it Marak or Marique, or how do you pronounce it?
Marek, pronounce it. I don't know whether that's right or not, but I'm going to assume that it is.
We'll soon find out.
1 shield down.
Here we go. This is, I believe...
Okay. So this will be Marek firing back, and a single hit. Probably not going to do enough damage. There we go.
There you
Nicely
go. One evade, so clearly evaded there.
Okay, and is Riyadh in range?
Riyadh is just in range 3.
Yes, slight knock there. Well, this is, I think, where Richard has the advantage. He's got 3 ships to 2.
That looks like a hit and a crit there to me, or 2 hits at the very least.
Yeah.
Stephen's hoping for 2 evades, although it's not likely, given the dice's odds and averages.
He does get those re-rolls, though.
That is true.
This is Ray in arc. So there's 1 evade by the looks... can't tell what's happening here.
I think that's 1 evade, but what they're deciding with the other dice... I would say that Ray's an arc, but maybe it's just out. Who knows?
Now, interestingly, I'm really surprised that Ray took a target lock, given she gets her reroll ability.
He rolled into an evade, so he does evade all but 1. So he does duke 1 down though. So.
Yes. So the damage still punches its way through.
Yes, but that is still only 1 shield off the Falcon.
Absolutely, and that Falcon has a lot of shields left and a lot of hit points left.
We'll see. Yep. So dials are being set for the next round. PJ Broughton, is it Broughton? Broughton? Yeah. PJ Brown. Where are you based, PJ? I'm kind of curious. I've never seen you on our stream before.
Welcome anyway.
Yes, it's nice to have some new blood.
It is indeed, yes. We hope that people enjoy the streams that we do here.
We try our best.
We do try our best, yep. And good luck on Sunday by the looks of it.
Yes, we've sold out all 24 places.
PJ as well. Good luck on Sunday.
Yeah, of course. Yes, well, you're not flying, I'm not flying. We'll be stuck in this booth with Max, actually.
On Saturday, yes.
On Saturday, at least, yes.
Right, so what would you do here, Elliot?
If I was in Steam's position, I'd maybe be looking at a left sloop, but I'll be worried about the asteroid, personally.
I think he's going to be safe with the left sloop, and I think you're right. That's the one thing that the defenders are going to find it really hard to do anything about.
The problem with the left sloop is you've got Poe to worry about, because Poe's facing directly to where you'd end up.
Potentially.
Probably a right-hand turn.
Riyadh is going to have to do a barrel roll here. She does not want to fly over that asteroid.
Yep.
That's the one, but unfortunately, if he does that and it is a left sloop, that's going to put her in arc of Ray, which is precisely where you don't want to be.
Rich is not thinking about forward thinking. He could barrel to the other side of the asteroid and actually catch Ray off guard. But that's the thing. You don't know.
Assuming you've made the right choice. Yeah. I think it's the lot. He's going for it. Now, of course, the question is if Stephen has managed to anticipate something like that and instead, say, done a 1 bank to the right.
Well, this is why I love X-Wing. It's a game of prediction.
Absolutely, yes.
It's all about the flying, which turrets take you out a little bit, I guess. And you and I have
pilots
talked about
like
this.
Ray actually kind of counteract that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Interesting. Now, he was hedging his bets, so here comes.
Yes. So downside is it splits his fire.
That is
the
a
upside
problem.
is it does mean that he's probably going to get a shot somewhere. Now, the other thing Stephen could do is do a hard one to the right. No, don't forget the Millennium Falcon is very, very agile. It does have those very tight turns. And Carnor Jax might just be caught within arc if that happens.
Yeah, well, here comes Carnor coming in for range 1.
Yeah.
But
I think he's probably not done a bad job there. So I think Riyadh might be out of arc if it is the left sloop. And I think Marek still probably won't get a shot.
No, I don't think so
Jax
either.
will, but at long range, so that's where the auto thrusters kick in.
That, I think, is where the auto thrusters will matter.
Okay,
because
so
Stephen will be aiming to take Carnor off the board.
Poe Dameron, I'm predicting probably maybe... I think he's going to do a green manoeuvre.
Really?
Yeah.
What, barreled? Yeah,
because he's got BB-8.
He's seeing if he can fit. That's really close.
I think he's doing a straight... no. He can't barrel
that way. Okay.
This is tricky for him now.
Yeah, because he was hoping he could get a better range.
Don't think it's going to go.
He's not going to go. Nope. He's trying his best to fit in there, but just that little nub of the asteroid.
The real question is, has that blocked Ray's sloop?
I think he would just be okay because of the way the Falcon's positioned now. He'd be moving across, so I think he's going to be alright.
Yep.
It does make Poe a problem for next round, though.
It might well do, yeah.
Although it messes the whole thing up because if Ray does sloop, he'd have then to turn Poe to the right to avoid Ray, but then he's then got to make sure that Ray jumps Poe. So
absolutely,
you are kind of blocking yourselves at that point.
Yeah.
Hello, Minted. And yes, well, speaking of the strikers, we actually have, in the background here, these arrived today. They're not on sale. They're on sale tomorrow, but we're unboxing these tomorrow live on stream.
Yep. Shall we hold them up to the camera?
Yes. You can still see the cellophane around them and everything. So, it's lovely, lovely, lovely stuff. I'll pay for those tomorrow because those are technically mine.
Right. So as we predicted, here comes the sloop.
It's going to be very close. I definitely
think
but
he's okay.
I do think he's
Yep.
okay. Yes.
Okay.
Look at that. Almost expertly placed there.
Indeed, yes. So what that means is Marek Steele is not getting a shot this turn. So, but it does
However-
also mean Riyadh gets an out of arc shot, probably through an asteroid though. But out of arc is the key thing.
Yeah. Which is the best target for Stephen Sage? I'd say Carnor because Marik is closer but through an asteroid, and Riyadh is also through an asteroid and out of arc.
No, see, I think you might be right, but it's close because don't forget,
Yes.
Carnor Jax, unlike TIE Defenders, has auto thrusters on board.
That is
and that
true.
is going to be range 3, isn't it?
That is certainly range 3, but there's also Gunner.
Now here's an interesting choice. I'm not convinced that's the best thing to do.
No, he should.
because-
I think he's popping it too soon, personally.
Yeah, don't forget also, the Millennium Falcon, without Kanon Jarrus on board, that S-loop gives you a stress, and now he's just got a never...
He's thought not to
realised
go.
the case,
Yes.
Okay.
I think that's a wise move. Doing it at this point, I think we would waste it and also hamper his manoeuvres for the next two rounds.
I couldn't agree more. Absolutely, yes. So, Ray, who is he going to shoot at? Ray is doing an out of arc shot. Okay, so he's
Range
going to
1. So I think that's probably a better, more dice. But then she's getting a defense dice as well. So
True, but don't. On the hand, it's out of arc, so don't get those lovely Ray rerolls through an asteroid. But so is everyone else.
He could be doing
But only a single defense token.
That is true. Yeah. He is. I think he may be hoping to force her to pop the Vey to avoid the juke in the future.
And don't
possibly.
forget, the other thing is he's concentrating his fire because Poe
Yes.
has to shoot as well. So here it comes the shot. So he has got a target locked. So this is where lots.
I guess they decided that actions.
It was the wrong.
Or it was on the wrong ship.
It was, yes.
Yes.
Okay, so 3 hits. That's not bad. One evade and an eyeball.
Oh dear,
focus
there's a
token.
shield off Riyadh.
So Countess Riyadh has taken a bit of damage as well.
The Countess is not going to be pleased with that news.
No, but she's still got 5 more hit points.
Still,
Right.
taking damage on any Imperial ship is never a good sign.
And this is Poe Dameron. Yep. 3 points of damage.
And of course,
Ouch.
using his ability.
But 5 green dice.
All blanks and a focus results, apart from one evade. She spends the evade token.
So 2 points. Riyadh's shields have gone down, I believe.
Actually, it looks like she avoided it because no shields were removed. So I can only assume. I think he rolled 1. I think he rolled 2 evades and then spent the evade token.
Okay, so this is Carnor Jax shooting back at Ray. And those look like eyeballs.
They look like eyeballs to me.
So that's going to be 2 more shields down.
Yep, the Falcon is down to just 2 shields left. But here comes a return fire shot.
No, this will be Countess Riyadh.
Yeah, that's Countess at range 1 with the 1 defense dice blanking out.
4 hits.
That is going to be painful tomorrow.
1, 2, 3.
That's all shields gone and 2 damage cards onto Ray. This is already swinging into Richard's favour. If he can do more damage onto the Falcon, that thing is going to go down. And with Ray against 2 defenders and an interceptor, that match isn't going to last long.
It isn't. No, this is really looking bad for him here. So
I'll just get rid of the shield.
We're having slight technical issues here as I try and figure out what's going on. There we go. And Ray has also taken 2 points of damage as well. That is very bad news.
Yeah, this is not looking at all good for Stephen. He has to pull this round. And I think, as the stage now, Richard has now got half points on Ray.
He has indeed, yes.
Which we won't update that on the overlay because I got a feeling it's not going to last long.
And the thing to remember here is that Ray is also now stressed.
Is also mentioning is that Steele has taken another damage because look at that, he's got only 1 shield left. So at some point there was an attack and damage was done to Steele.
Okay.
The other one above.
Yes. So Marek Steele shields down to 1. Okay. The problem is he's not getting that concentration of fire he needs.
Okay. Here's the swing job for me. Carnor's going to move to block the green maneuver by Ray to clear the stress. That's what I think is going to happen.
Absolutely.
It also means that
He's
Carnor,
in range 1.
range 1, and he doesn't get shot at by Ray. The only thing he's got to worry about then is Poe, but if Poe is going to try and move past Ray, that's going to block that whole scenario.
I don't
as
know.
well.
Poe moves first, remember?
Yeah.
I think Poe will do a hard 2 to the right, set up to shoot anyone who's blocking Ray.
Yes, because then it may mean that Ray might not get blocked then in that instance.
Absolutely.
Or
So
if she does, she'll get blocked by
so Rhea
Poe.
does the K-turn.
Not surprising.
I don't know, because I don't think Stephen's going to want to turn to the left. I think he's going to want to try and get out the way.
I think so, but
if he's blocked,
exactly.
that might well do
I'm
the
thinking
job.
Richard is guaranteed a block at this stage, unless Stephen does a really surprising maneuver. I'm not surprised at all.
And that's not surprising with Marek there. Yep, that makes a lot of sense. Yes, apologies.
Bound to happen at some point. I was waiting for that mistake.
So, no, that's that one over there, and that one.
This is your first time using this overlay, I'll point out. So this is why, there are going to be issues and little bits with this. There you go.
Thank you.
Well, there's...
Right, boosting. Now,
he's flanking.
Now, the interesting thing there is that might not actually work that well to block.
I don't think it will.
But it might guarantee range 1, depending on where Ray goes. I think he's going for the Carnor Jax ability rather than the block itself, and taking the risk that it didn't work and he might be shot.
There's one big problem there, and that's that glitter stim. That could pop and do some serious damage.
Yeah, potentially, because is Ray clears the stress? Right, so... because he blocked the barrel roll options. Okay, so not a hard turn.
That could have been what Richard was going for as well, not just blocking.
That's going to be very, very bad.
Yes.
Poe does not have any actions at all. He's at range 1 of Carnor Jax.
Oh dear.
Yep. This could be tricky. Did Carnor Jax take an evade? Or
he did take an evade action.
Okay, so that's the one thing in his favour. Carnor Jax doesn't have any dice mods on.
Well, he does have the auto thrusters, and I can guarantee
for
that's
attacking. I mean,
true.
Yes. So so keeping the stress on Ray there.
I wonder whether that was a good move, and also, is this the time to pop the glitter stim?
Double stressed. He hasn't lost the stress.
Double stress, yes, but he's going away from the engagement, and also he needs to get Jax down.
Yeah.
If Ray can remove Jax from the board, which is very tricky.
So not popping glitter stim, firing at Carnor. Yep. Yeah.
This is going to be...
Personally, I think that's the right choice.
I
Given
do think
that he's
it is
not
the
only
right
going to get
choice.
shot by one thing at
Oh!
Okay, that's not bad. 3 hits and an eyeball, I believe.
But that looks like a good defense roll there. I think I see an evade and 2... Oh,
He doesn't have a focus token.
no focus. So what
Was that any damage? Doesn't look like any
Doesn't look
damage
like anything
going on
through.
there. Nope.
But there is Gunner. Why is he not popping Gunner?
Oh, he's forgotten it.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
That could have changed everything. That could have changed everything.
Right, so this is Poe Dameron firing at Marek Steele through
One
an
hit.
asteroid at range 3.
If he had not been blocked, he would have had a
5
focus
dice,
modification.
yeah. Okay. And it looks like no damage
No.
either. So now comes the nasty bit of this turn. Here comes Carnor Jax. Bang, bang. Oh, what have
dear.
we got? Okay, so 2 hits and a crit, we think.
Focus,
One evade, so
Ouch.
1 shield down on Poe. That's not as bad as it could have been.
Yeah, I think Poe got very lucky in that round,
I
considering he
think
was
so.
blocked and was very vulnerable.
Yes.
That's
so
akin to being at range 1.
Finally,
Phantom.
here is... Who's shooting here?
I believe that was... Well, it has to be Riyadh firing at Ray. Riyadh just has arc on Ray.
Okay. Oh, really? I wouldn't have said so, though.
I think it's just clipping the edge.
But
that's
oh,
3
goodness.
damage.
Ow. This is not looking good for Stephen at all here.
I actually had a word with Richard and Stephen before the game, and it was Richard who was not very confident in his ability to take on this list, but I think he's outflying Stephen. He's also managing to block Stephen in a lot of instances.
Absolutely.
And that is... The fact that he's able to predict his opponent gives him the upper edge in this game.
Yes. Yeah, PJ Broughton, we do think that Duke is causing us a lot of damage here. because that ability to deny those focus tokens on Carnor Jax, combined with the ability to then turn evade into eyeballs, is, I think, starting to hurt.
Yes, Duke is my new go-to card for a lot of ships now, especially for A-Wings and for Defenders, and even TIE Fighters.
Yep. Absolutely. Don't worry, Ghost Walker. A lot of this will start to come to you very quickly. The best way to learn is to play.
Yeah, in fact, I was playing Darren early, and Darren is he runs Tabletop Gaming UK, which is a blog which talks about tabletop gaming in the UK.
Absolutely.
And he said he'd not even read the rule book. He's not even read the rule book, and yet we were playing, and he just knew what to do in certain circumstances. The best thing to do to learn the game is not to read the rule book. Glance your eye over it, but to play and just.
Absolutely.
Like anything, you learn by experience.
Yeah, totally. So, key thing here, Ray is really out of position. She's stressed, she's facing towards the board corner. She's going to have to clear the stress and then come round, and that's going to be at least 2 turns before she can get anything back in arc.
Oh, yes.
And with only 3 hit points, I'm not convinced she's got 2 turns left.
No, I think she's going down this turn because, as you can see, Steel is there to rush in with a 5... Well, actually, no, a 5-4 will draw him over the asteroid, most likely.
No, because he's been K-turning already. He'll be clear
fine.
there. Yeah.
And
it's Rhea that might do the job as well. She's going to do a 3 hard turn to the right, probably.
And if Stephen does try and turn Ray right to go around the asteroid, Carnor will probably meet her halfway.
Absolutely, as well as keeping Ray stressed.
Exactly. So there's going to be problems wherever Stephen goes. I don't see Ray surviving this round at all.
No, she's going down. At which point it's Poe Dameron versus 3 nasty ships. Interesting. So not doing the full turn. Okay.
Not even getting the Duke evade because it's only a 2-speed. Interesting play. Maybe he's trying to catch because he doesn't have to do much to Ray, and with only 1 defense dice, he may be banking on a blank result.
Interesting. Also worth noting, not pushing the limits.
And also,
sorry, they've not pushed the limits. So not doing a second action.
And a bank from... Wow, okay. He's definitely trying to corner
Absolutely.
Ray.
Well, I think he's probably done it. There's no way Ray can go without getting shot a lot.
Yeah, and
especially once Carnor Jax comes in here
comes
like
Carnor,
this.
like I said, to catch her
one of the
side.
Yeah.
And
a boost as well, just
for good
to put
measure.
The boot in. Yes. Okay.
PJ, I actually flown a snapshot Duke A-Wing build for I actually tested out a 5 A-Wing list that have various combinations of that for escalation, and that worked out amazingly well. It just cut through Dave just like cheese. Ouch. Hot knife through butter.
See, the one thing I'd be worried about there is the fact that because you've got to evade, you are then limiting your other actions. You can only focus or boost and maybe target lock.
That is true. You'd be surprised that actually, but because you're getting the double attack,
and
you can't modify your own attack, the snapshot anyway.
Duke is effectively a damage boost. Okay.
So it works really well.
So a good manoeuvre from Poe here. Now, what he's going to use those prime thrusters to perform a boost action, swing round, and try and get arc on
I don't think a boost would work because a boost is probably going to draw close to the asteroid.
Oh, good point. Yeah.
In fact, no, they've not. He's not going for it, but he's gone for a target lock, I think. There, or actually, no, he's moved the target lock back from where he was. He's keeping the stress and not going for prime thrusters, which I'm not surprised there.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Because he would barrel if he could, but of course he can't because poor BB-8 only activates on a green manoeuvre.
Indeed.
Oh, how we wish X-Wings could barrel roll.
And what's Ray doing? Okay, so she's keeping stressed, and that's a thumb into, this is really bad.
Because now...
No actions, still stressed, and... both of those TIE Defenders with Duke shooting straight at her.
Maybe it was worth him popping Glisten when we said he shouldn't, because...
I think he's got to do it this turn, or not at all.
I agree.
Yeah.
It helps on defense. It may not save you, but if it does, then you're around for one more round than you thought you would.
Absolutely, yes. So is he going to remember it, though?
That is a good question. He forgot Gunner last time, and that was crucial.
Absolutely. That could really have punched some damage through on Max Steel with only auto thrusters for defence.
Yeah.
Sorry, not Max Steel, Carnor Jax. Yeah.
And Jax only 3 hull. All it takes is those 3 damage, and he's down.
Absolutely, yeah. So, what's he going to do? Has he... Oh, he's forgotten it.
Oh, dear.
This is the time to use it, if at all. Oh, is that range 2?
That looks like range 3. Just range 2 to me, yeah.
Oh, right.
But
Okay.
Here he goes.
Why is he not firing?
He is firing.
This is Ray firing.
But I'm sure Gunner's going to activate on that attack.
However, it does still force him to spend his focus token.
That is true. He must spend the focus token.
Absolutely.
Because you've got to roll defense dice. You have to roll defense dice, therefore you have to spend the focus token. I think Richard was trying to argue because it was blank, it was missed, but that's not how a hotshot co-pilot works.
It's just you have to spend the
You have
token.
to spend it. So there you go.
Okay, so here comes Ray again. Pew, 2 hits. 2 hits. Yep.
I'll take that over nothing.
So spend the target lock. Might as well. You're dead anyway. And an eyeball. Oh, if only she'd done glitter stim.
Oh dear.
However, that is 1 evade.
2 evades, I believe.
2 evades. So
one evade with the evade token for a second.
Yeah. So is that Marek Steele's last shield?
No, he's still on there. He's still got them all there. And there's because he avoided 1. And then he spent his token on the other one.
Okay. So still got a shield point
Still got a shield point
left.
Yes.
Right. And here comes...
the coup de grace.
Absolutely. So did React... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... Yep, so Ray is on 1 hull point left. This has got to take her down unless something goes very, very badly wrong.
Actually, no. It's Ray's on... She's only got 1 through. Actually, no, 2 hits. Is that 2 evades? Has he done it? No, Ray has been destroyed.
And down Ray goes,
well,
unfortunately.
I don't favour Stephen's chances this point in the game.
No, this is not looking good at all.
Wrong one.
Yep. Okay, and then yes. So
it's right at the top.
Yep.
Let's just go up here. Just click on that.
Boom.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh.
Destroyed. Gone.
I guess that's right. I don't need to do that, do I?
Okay. This is not possible. I can't see Stephen pulling this back. I'd be amazed if he did. And this is not the only time I have seen people pull things back with 1 T70 before. That wasn't even Poe. But defenders.
When you get those double stack tokens, they are a beast to try and hurt.
Especially when you have although the Duke shouldn't affect Poe so long as he can get his focus token every round. The key thing is he must avoid being blocked at all costs.
You say that, but if he rolls 2 focus results...
That is true.
Yeah, it could still come into play. And he's also stressed out of position. This is really horrible. Yeah, so...
I mean...
There's Riyadh doing the K-turn. And that's the thing, they can also turn and get their actions.
Yeah.
So...
I mean, defenders are not to be sniffed at. They are really dangerous.
Absolutely. Barrel roll to make sure he doesn't go over the rock next turn.
I think that might hurt Richard because I think we're going to see BB-8 reveal a 2... Stephen reveal a 2 bank to the left. He's going to BB-8 to barrel roll backwards.
2 bank is a white.
1 back, I should say.
Yes.
He's going to reveal... Yeah, I think he's going to barrel roll to the left, shimmy back a little bit, and then catch Marik's side or even the Countess and blap them at range 1.
Well, Richard has still got to do Marik's action. Is he going to... So there's a focus token. He can safely focus now without Ray on the board.
Yeah, well...
Sorry, yeah, without Hotshot Co-Pilot on the board. Is he going to do a barrel roll to protect against that 1 bank from Poe?
That's the thing I never thought of. PJ states, Zuckus with Snapshot because you want to find the defenders roll. That's not bad.
That's interesting.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
I've been playing a Phantom with Snapshot, and that's been very interesting.
Yes, you've been mentioning that you can position yourself very nicely.
Echo with Snapshot and Advanced Cloaking Device, and as I've switched to Fire Control System. It's amazing. It's amazing. I love it. It's made me love Phantoms again. Ooh.
I'm not convinced that's the right thing to do either, not clearing the stress.
He's running, but he's still in arc.
A 3 would have cleared the stress and he could have then boosted. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I still think a 1 bank would have turned him in, which could have been helpful. He probably would have caught shipwrecked just out of arc. He would
Maybe he was wary about barrel rolling onto where an asteroid is, given it last start of the game.
True.
But Poe can still boost. Okay, it's not going to get him out of Merrick Steele's arc, and Poe is now focusless, and Poe really wants focus tokens.
Oh, this is painful.
Yeah, this is horrible.
I don't see him pulling this back. This is just impossible.
This is bad. The one advantage he has got auto thrusters in play.
That is the case, and I think the range 3 will come into play
Bang,
there.
2 hits from Marek.
Ouch.
And
Let's see.
Poe manages to
avoid that just with the skin of his teeth.
Skin of the teeth.
Actually, I think he's fine.
No, he's lost a shield.
Oh,
one
he's lost
shield
Ah.
down, so down to 1 shield.
Must have been focus results, but he did get the auto thrusters that did bar 1 down.
Yeah.
But it's Death of 1,000 Cuts time.
Absolutely. So 3 hits from Riyadh. Oh, auto thrusters.
And again, my guy.
That's
the last shield gone.
Shield gone. No damage. Okay.
He's got one. He's got a crit
crit.
through. Ouch.
Ow. So what is the crit?
Don't know so far. We'll find out later.
Oh, it's
dear.
Oh, extra stress token then flipped down. Ouch.
Dear.
Yeah, this is pretty much game over as far as Poe Dameron
this is abysmal. It's
see, if he'd have done a 3 forward, then he would have had a focus token. He would have stopped 2 more of those points of damage. He'd have stopped that crit, and he'd only be single stress for next turn.
Poe has walked right up into the guillotine and put his head down, saying, "Please, just let it loose now."
Far better thing I do today than I have ever done before.
This is I kind of actually wish I'd scheduled a second game.
Okay, so at this point, it's basically it's soft or hard turns in from those defenders.
I think he has got the initiative on all of them. He has to go for a moral victory of at least 1 kill.
Yeah.
But who? He can't kill Countess. He could possibly kill Steele if he gets lucky.
Yeah.
Only Jax is a viable target, but then you're in range 1 of Jax.
Yeah. Well, he wouldn't be in range 1 of Jax, but yeah, you can't get a good arc on Jax. If Stephen is smart, if Richard is smart, he'll push Jax straight forward, keep Jax way out of the way. There's no point in risking him at this point when those defenders are going to finish Poe off.
Yeah.
Yeah, so here we go. Hard turn from Countess Riyadh.
Oh, how I love it when this happens and you have to sneak your own ship. It's so annoying. I kind of feel like Steven's maybe a bit smirking a little bit, thinking, yeah, well, I feel my pain.
Bang, there we go. Now, see, my classic mistake is I always put the marker down, move the ship, and then I shift the marker out the way, thinking it's just a loose template.
This is why I got a marker, an actual marker template.
Well, I've actually just acquired some, so I'll have to make sure I paint them up before the next event.
That's a really close bank there. But
it does the job.
The job, just past the asteroid.
I'd barrel roll at this point because there's no way Poe is going to do a really short manoeuvre and just stay there. He's tokening interesting. Yeah,
I think he's thinking, I'll catch him and kill him, wherever he'll land. So
it's probably fair. It's more for the aesthetics of the flying than anything else.
Maybe a 3-turn with a boost might just catch him out of arc of Riyadh.
Oh my goodness. That is the first time I have ever seen a TIE Interceptor K-turn.
Am I awake? I've never seen an Interceptor K-turn. It's very rare.
Yeah, absolutely, because they're wedded to push the limit.
Yeah.
And the ones who don't have the ability to take push the limit, you never see them on the field.
Yeah, and here's where I think he might just sneak out of arc of both defenders with a
sneaky boost. The last one he can do.
He'll be shot by Carnor, but
I'd go there's no good way. They're either going to turn or they're going to K-turn. You're in trouble either way. And now he's triple stressed.
Not triple, because
double stressed.
He doesn't get stressed for doing that.
Yes. But he's managed to avoid all but one. He's got auto thrusters and
range
a rock.
3 in the rock, I think.
Yeah.
And
2 hits.
That would do it.
So 4 dice. Yep.
He's fine.
Yeah, no damage taken. Doesn't help for next turn, but he's managed to hold on for a turn.
He got very lucky there.
Playing for time here.
I agree, PJ. That snapshot is more about the effect you can stagger onto it. And this is why when I saw the advanced cloaking device card next to it, I thought, those could work quite well.
Yeah.
And I think it's worked quite well. I've gotten three wins with it so far, 1 loss. So I'm starting to think it's quite a good, viable little list. Whether it's tournament, I may fly at the next standard tournament that we have that I'm actually playing in. Maybe.
I'd be interested in seeing that. Yeah. The other thing I found Snapshot works really well with is I played Near Numb with R3A2, and that was utterly horrible for my opponent. There, I managed to get 6 stress tokens on an aggressor.
The argument I've seen with that is that some people would argue that with him being so high at skill 7, it's unlikely to pop the snapshot. What did you find with that?
What you look on him as is an ace killer.
True.
Yeah, absolutely. And don't forget, just because you don't, even if snapshot doesn't trigger, it doesn't mean that you can't still use Near Numb's ability and R3A2 in his normal round. If you're fighting against someone who's lower pilot skill, it gives you that much more chance with your boost to get to range 1.
Where you can, hopefully, they'll move into next round anyway.
And
use your ability, yeah.
Yeah, range 1, use your ability, and you can still stress them with your normal shot.
That's true, yes.
At which point they become more predictable in almost all cases.
Okay.
So here come the defenders.
Come by.
There comes Carnor Jax. It's a kill box, isn't it?
Just herding poor Poe into a timely death.
Oh boy.
Toying with their prey.
What is Stephen doing here?
Well, I still think a 3...
Okay, he's going head to head. Perhaps he can do it. Maybe. Range 1 against Carnor Jax. He's stressed already. If his dice roll naturally well and Carnor blanks out, he might just hurt him. Yeah. Especially if a crit goes in there.
Then again,
it's a last ditch. I'm dead anyway. I might as well go for the kamikaze option.
Carnor does have a evade token though, and a focus token, so he is turtled.
4 dice. He was looking for lots of hits and crits. He's looking for natural 4 crits. It would be ideal. And this has got to be game over now.
See,
yep.
You could have banked boosted Y1 to the left and got next to Carnor, but you're just prolonging the inevitable at that point.
Yeah.
You got to face your opponent and go with an honourable death.
And boom.
That is game.
Down goes Poe Dameron.
Well, that was a systematic destruction of the rebellion.
It was. Look at that. 3 damage points taken on those TIE defenders. Full stop.
Ouch.
Ow. Yeah.
That's probably the most one-sided game I've seen for a long time in X-Wing.
I've seen similar, but not for a while. Certainly. Yeah.
That was painful to watch.
That was terrifying. Yes. And I think it. First of all, I think full marks to Richard. He did fly very well there.
He did
exactly what he needed to get those to block, especially
because I think he was at the disadvantage with the hotshot co-pilot and with the fact that he was dealing with a turret ship without auto thrusters on 2 of his 3 ships.
Absolutely,
he was at a minor disadvantage because they are fragile.
Yep,
they can go down quickly. Yet he used his speed as maneuverability to his advantage to block, to catch people on arc in the right moment, and just to completely barrage his opponent.
Yeah, that was a masterclass in taking things down and token stacking. Those defenders are nasty with that many actions stacked. Yes.
Yeah, they are very nasty piece of work.
And as for Stephen, I had to say it. Stephen's normally a good player.
He is really good.
He knows what he's doing a lot of the time. But there, perhaps he's just having an off day. But
we all do.
Being unable to barrel roll onto that rock was a big miscalculation at that point in time. Just blocked everywhere. And I don't know, he was very casual about his stress tokens, wasn't he?
He was stacking them on with no problem, as if there was no tomorrow, essentially.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd have cleared them both from Poe and from Rey earlier than that.
And this is why we see ships with, or at least lists with Rey with Kanan Jarrus on board.
Absolutely.
Which is no surprise because of how effective he is in removing stress from any maneuver. He opens your dial so much.
Absolutely. Being able to do an S loop and then clear your stress after it, that is amazing. Yeah,
because Rey would have cleared the stress from that 3 bank that she did after doing the sloop.
Yeah.
And that just shows you right there that
absolutely,
that would have been the right choice.
But yeah, other things. I mean, Stephen, he forgot his glitter stim.
Yes.
When Rey was going to go, Rey was inevitably going to go down.
He forgot glitter stim. He forgot gunner. There was quite a lot of triggers he missed.
Absolutely.
He did get the hotshot co-pilot to activate a few times, which
Yes,
did help him. I
but
think.
again, you'll notice that Richard was very cool, very clever, just not taking a focus token, taking a target lock instead.
Yeah, get the alternative modification.
What it
instead.
does do, though, is it reduces your defense. You can't spend that focus token on defense.
Which is where the fragility of the defenders came in.
Absolutely.
He kind of left himself open for defensively. He only had the one defense token, which is not going to stop much when you've got 4 dice coming at you. So yeah, it was very impressive to watch, painful to watch.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
I think the last potential mistake, I think, was those asteroids. Stephen obviously deployed thinking that he'd have the advantage by drawing those defenders in. He didn't.
No,
He didn't.
with a large base, you usually want to skirt the edge, or if you do go into the asteroid field, know exactly where you're going.
Yeah, well, I can kind of see his point, because you don't want to be caught in a turning match with defenders.
Yeah.
But in this case, those asteroids didn't help anymore.
No.
What I mean, perhaps what he should have done, kept on flying down the bottom towards Cloud City there, break those defenders up.
Yes.
Because once the defenders are broken up, they're a lot less scary. You can try and take them one-on-one. And especially, what you've got to do with defenders is focus fire.
Focus fire is important.
Every turn that defender is alive, it's another hit point you have to do, because it gets another evade token.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're shooting a defender doing 1 damage point a turn, that's 6 turns worth of hits it's saving effectively.
Yeah.
If you can take it down in 1 turn, that evade token saves 1 point of damage, and the other 5 punch straight through. Yeah.
I never looked at it that way. That's quite
the longer a defender survives, the tougher it becomes.
That's true.
That's the key point there. And I think this is one of the downsides of low ship lists. Often they've got very good attacks. What they don't have is multiple attacks. The things that kind of strip tokens can punch through stacked defences because they've got enough shots to do so.
Well, you did have Gunner, which of course was missed. Maybe if it was Ray with Corin Horn, maybe?
Corin Horn might have helped, yeah.
But he is expensive already. But then,
Yeah.
then again, so is an T70, I believe.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely. But yeah, so definitely a victory for the Empire here, taking down some of the rebellion's finest.
well, we'll see. Well, we've got time, so I think it's worth we kind of keep this going with a bit of a discussion, which is
Absolutely.
because we're allowing the U-wing